Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Hey, check out my new tag team, baby, Monte and the Pharaoh.
Hey, Jimmy, don't forget to tell them about Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast.
Well, you know what, I would, but you already did it.
It's Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and Pharaoh.
The Monte and Pharaoh Show.
Monte and Pharaoh, bro.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Monte and the Pharaoh.
The Monte and Pharaoh Show.
And you're watching the Monte and Pharaoh Show.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
It's Monte and the Pharaoh.
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 Monte and Pharaoh. It's Monte and the Pharaoh.
And Monte and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monte and the Pharaoh?
Monte and Pharaoh.
The Monte and the Pharaoh Show.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
To the Monte and the Pharaoh Show. And it's Monte and the Pharaoh, baby.
Watching Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Oh, what a run. Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
Hey, cut the fucking music. When you want the best in professional wrestling, Long Island, there's only one place you're going to get it, right here.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Now, that's not just the coolest, and that's not just the best. That, my friends, is just incredible. Monte and the Pharaoh.
You've got the future Hall of Famers, Out Rocker, Marty Jannetty, and MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monte and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff and we gonna rock it.
Straight to the top. We're living this life, not just dreaming it, we're doing it for real. Straight to the top. Working hard every day just to live out that way.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monte and the Pharaoh out of Indie Music TV here out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island. And at the board is our super producer, Matt. Matt, how are you, brother?
I'm doing great. I have a voice now.
He has a voice.
Nice job there, Matt. What's going on?
Got another mic, so I'm doing amazing.
To the right is the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Pharaoh. Jimmy, how are you, bud?
Back again for another fabulous episode. What's happening there, partner?
Any recap from last week? We had the great Sunny Beach in. You have any thoughts?
Just a great interview. I really enjoyed doing the editing for the cable show that we have on twice a week on Cablevision Public Access. What a great guy. And Herb Abrams, man. I think I found my new rock star. Oh, my God.
Do you think
this guy.
He lived out the dream, right?
Oh, my God, this guy. And then, of course, Brian Blair nailed it. Died the way he wanted to with the cocaine and the hookers. And wow. I don't know. Just wild story. Wild story.
Here's a question for Jimmy Pharaoh.
What?
If you had a choice to take the life of, like, a Herb Abrams,
okay,
knowing that you would die at a certain age, or,
What?
Herb might be a little light. What if I said you could have the life of a Walter Payton and be Walter Payton?
Okay.
And Walter passed at a very early age.
Okay.
Or just have a regular life. Which one would you choose?
I'd already answered this question probably way back when with you. I would choose my life. It's my life. I don't want anybody else's.
That's fair enough.
I mean, good for Walter Payton, and he had a great career and everything like that. I mean, you want to try to hang around as long as possible, unless you're a miserable prick like some folks we know.
Yeah, right.
But you want to try to hang around as long as possible and try to be happy. That's about it. I've never wanted to be anybody else. I've got influences.
Right.
You know who my heroes are, like a John Lennon, or when it comes to sports, Messier, or Thurman Munson, or Jim Morrison. And he cut out real early. I don't want to be him.
You want the life of the Pharaoh.
Yeah, the Pharaoh.
By the way, I'm digging the beard. It looks good.
The beard?
Yeah.
You mean me forgetting to shave for 2 weeks?
I like it.
This isn't on purpose. This is
like
just laziness.
I like it.
I read this book by a really lazy dude, and it was about being lazy, and it said, don't shave.
Don't
So
shave.
I'm not shaving.
Don't shave.
Yeah, don't shave.
Outdoor
Could you roll this for me? I don't want you. What?
Outdoor dining, movie theaters opening soon in July. What are you thinking, pal?
That's cool. It's nice to get a little bit of normalcy back. I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, here in New York on Long Island, dude, there's people everywhere. I think people are just like, that's it, it's over. Everybody's flying up and down the highway. Everybody's walking around. Nobody gives a damn. I mean, it seems like we just basically said it's over. Is that the attitude you're catching? Because it seems like everybody's like, all right, I'm going back out.
Well, I think
don't know.
people are tired, right? They're
Right.
They're a little worn out, and
Yeah.
you know, that's what happens, right?
Yeah,
So,
the dining place next to me has got them dining in the backyard as of this weekend, I think.
what do you think? Do you think you feel comfortable enough to go into a movie theater?
Well, you know I won't go in one anyway.
Yeah, I know. You know, this is a strange question to ask you. I'm like, do I ask him this question? Because he doesn't even go to the movies
Right.
anyway, so it's a really
I don't.
stupid question.
Yeah.
So let me throw
Right
it
after that Batman thing with that wackadoo, I'm like, I'm not going to get shot to see Batman.
You feel comfortable going to a baseball game?
Yeah, I think I would. You know, but wow, that's a good question. How do we know it's
If
okay?
there was baseball, that's a whole nother subject. We'll cover,
You know what's
but-
funny? How did we? Well, I guess we knew when it wasn't okay because everybody was getting sick. But how do we know it's okay now? Okay, everybody, back in the pool.
Right.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, right. Like Jaws, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm not comfortable yet. I have to think about that one. Can I sit down by the dugout?
What are you thinking about sports?
Will you stay 6 feet and 1 inch away
What are
from
you
me?
thinking about sports right now?
I'm kind of angry.
Why?
I'm a little annoyed.
Do share, Mr. Pharaoh. Do share.
Well, I'm annoyed at the baseball situation because I feel like they're completely detached from what everyone else in general. The rest of us folks who don't make $6 million a swing, you know,
Right.
I feel like they're just so disattached from all the struggling and all the people who've lost jobs and all the people with small businesses who didn't get any help and all the people who are just looking for their next loaf of bread. And here they are. What did I hear? The billionaires versus the millionaires?
Yeah.
Oh, I want full pay for a third of a season's work. Oh, well, I'm not giving that to you because I want more money from the popcorn stand, and we're not having enough games to make enough money from the popcorn.
Honestly, I'm
Who gives a
sick.
shit
Bro,
with
I
all
am
of you?
sickened by it.
I'm telling you, who gives a shit? Get the hell out there and play ball. Whatever happened to when World War II was upon us and the world was falling apart, FDR turned and on one of his weekly speeches, because back then we didn't have internet to puff our chest and we didn't have television. We had just a radio, and every week the nation would listen to see what the president had to say instead of calling him names.
Sure.
They would wait for FDR to talk, and FDR said during World War II, and my dad used to tell me this all the time, how important it was to have baseball. How important it was for the good of the fabric of America's consciousness to have something to turn to enjoy during tough times. And here they are, arguing and acting like, you know, this is not good. I'm not happy about it. Get the hell out there and play baseball.
Remember the movie League of Their Own?
Yeah.
The women,
Yeah.
right? They while the men were at war, they played ball.
Right.
So
Right.
what a slap in the face it is to these frontline workers, right? That are putting their lives on the line,
Yeah.
and you don't want to take half pay for a half a season?
It's unbelievable. They want full pay. You
It's
know how much they
sickening,
get to pop up to left field per at bat?
Yeah.
Probably more than you'll make in a year for one pop up. It's like, what are we talking about?
A little
here?
bit crazy, right?
It's out of control.
It's disgusting.
And it's become out of control. And you know what, though? I wonder sometimes, did we let this happen as a society where we got them so spoiled? We always paid more and more as the ticket prices went up. We always paid more and more for the TV revenue with our cable subscribing. I mean, is this partially the public?
For the fans out there, Monte and Pharaoh will be a little less opinionated in the political background of the world.
I'm not yet.
Because we're a show about wrestling.
Right.
But and I use
this is
wrestling as
sports.
tongue in cheek, but it's sports.
But this is sports.
So again,
Wrestling.
Before we used to have a little more of a mindset here. Yeah, we're always open to someone's opinion. We
Yeah.
value everybody's opinion. But I will tell you that the baseball players not playing is making me sick to my
that's
stomach.
not good, man. Get the hell out there.
That
already.
being said, yesterday Atlanta PD officers are walking off the job.
What is this?
Murder charges filed against a Fulton County by a Fulton County DA.
Okay.
More troubling problems going
Yeah.
on in the world. Look, I understand.
doubt.
I understand
No
what's
doubt.
happening. I
Yeah.
understand what's happening, and in many cases, I certainly have been a white privileged male. So for me to say I understand everybody else's trials and tribulations,
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
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 But it's just scary what's happening right now.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Is this was this the Wendy's drive-thru?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. For whatever it's worth, I don't think that was a very wise thing to do if someone's running away. For whatever that's worth, that's my take on it. You know,
understand.
and no, this doesn't mean I hate Republicans and love liberals. My opinion on this particular thing is, before we turn it into something else, which is half the problem with today's society.
Right.
I saw somebody running away, and I heard a shot, and I'm going to myself, what are you doing? And besides, if there was two guys in the first place, why couldn't you tackle him successfully the first time?
Great point.
Why don't you try tackling him again before you decide to shoot him when he's running away? Okay? So, and no, this doesn't. Listen, police officers are essential, man. They're important to society. We need to be in harmony with them, and they need to be in harmony with us.
Well, as a society,
let's work on that.
As society, we've given
police
a certain right, okay, but not the right to take advantage
Right,
of
it's the
certain
abuse
situations.
of the right that makes this particular instance and plenty of other ones wrong.
But again, there's other sides to the coin,
not an easy
right?
job, I'll tell you that.
There's other sides to the coin.
Actually, I can't tell you that, but
try not to put you in these don't put yourself in these situations that
not.
these type of things go on.
Of course not.
On a lighter note, Matt, this is important for you, pal. eHarmony now has dating by social distancing on your phone. What do you think?
Why is
What do you mean terrible? You can have a date on your phone.
I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to have like a texting date. I want to in person.
You want a little romance.
Oh yeah.
Well, how about you, Pharaoh? If you were single.
So a hot, steamy text, Matt, does nothing for you. That's like what?
What about you, Pharaoh? If you were single, would you like
What?
eHarmony dating on the phone?
I don't even like the keyboard. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
but
want
maybe
to
you could
plug
do
it
like
and throw it
video
into the
shoots.
road.
You could do video shoots with each other, like
Video shoots. What? Check out my schlong? What are you talking about?
Here's the best part, though. If the date's going bad, you just hang up the phone.
Yeah, and you don't even have to waste money on dinner.
That's right. You're just like, I'm done.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Right?
Yeah, but what if you wind up like you think you like the person through texting, but then you see them in person and you can't stand each other? What do you do then?
Hang up the phone. Oh, wait.
You can't hang up the phone. Now you had a date with them because you thought
No,
they were
you can't.
cool.
It's social distancing. You're on the phone.
Oh, that's it. Wait a second.
You
It
don't
never
go one-on-one
It
with
never
each other.
goes any further.
No. Why
This
should
is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Touch
What is
each other
this?
by the phone.
Touch each other by the phone.
Like, you could
at
buy
lea-
her a fake rubber hand, and you buy yourself a fake rubber
Well, you know
hand.
what? At least the population control would be all right.
That's what they're trying to
This
get
is
at anyway.
Is that what they're doing?
Anyway.
Holy China.
I'd like to thank the bands that sing the songs for the Monte and the Pharaoh broadcast. Our theme song is Aqua Cherry. The theme song's name is Straight to the Top. You could also catch their other songs, Yes, Yes, Forever and Seasons. Aqua Cherry's music can be found on Spotify, iTunes, and Reverb Nation, or where music is sold. Our own Jimmy Farrell, along with his partner Bart Griggs, are the other band that sings our outro song. The name of that band is Wisteria Hall. Wisteria Hall comes from what, sir?
The violent ward at Kings Park Psychiatric Center, the abandoned building 15. How you doing?
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, not everybody's had it smooth.
The outro song the song's name is In My Dreams. You could also catch other songs as This Life, one of my personal favorites. Not far behind, Here Comes the Rain, and their music can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Reverb Nation, or where music is sold. How easy is that? Monte and the Pharaoh can be seen on YouTube on the Monte and the Pharaoh page, Facebook Live on the Monte and the Pharaoh page. You can catch these shows right now live. We're live on both those pages. You can catch us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Twitch TV, the new RTF Sports Network on Friday from 6 to 7 and also on Monday from 10 a.m. to 11. RTF Sports Network's Anchor Show, and catch us on cable television on channel 115 every Tuesday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. and for the early risers on Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6:30. Jimmy and I would like to take a moment to show respect for the people who have lost their lives and the people who are on the front lines during this time. All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh, seen here out of Indie Music TV every Thursday from 9:05 p.m. to 10 p.m. Next Thursday, Pharaoh, We've got Hall of Famer Tito Santana will be sitting on the couch live in studio.
Arriba! Sweet.
Thoughts on Tito?
Love Tito. Tito goes all the way back to our earliest days. Great Intercontinental Champion.
Did you hate
Hall
him?
of Famer. Yeah, of course we did. We rooted for Valentine in Morocco. What? Of course we did. But by the way, boy, does he hold up when you look back on the old matches now. Boy, man, that guy could have fit in right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tito Santana.
Still looks great, too, by the way.
Lightning bolt of energy. Lightning bolt
And that's
of energy.
Thursday the 25th. And on Saturday the 27th, we have a very special show
we know.
with Northeast
Except
Super
I don't know.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
We've
sure.
got
Hold
Northeast
this.
Super Agent Eric Sims in
I
studio.
know. Okay, that I know. I admit I know about that, but you keep holding out on me.
Well, Eric Sims has been known to, he did a tour with the Iron Sheik, the former WWE champion. He was on Howard Stern.
Yes.
And Eric has
Yes.
brought in many wrestlers onto our show. We have a working relationship with
Yes, sir.
Eric, and
Yep.
I got to tell you, great guy.
Yep.
And then after Eric, we have a special show. Are we ready for the reveal?
Is it now? Do
No.
I find out now?
No.
You.
We'll find out at the end of the show. So everybody
I
who's been
hate
waiting
when
to
he
find
does
out,
this.
it's at the end of the show.
Oh,
But right
thanks a
now, we're
lot.
going to take a commercial break.
Yeah, great. Take one. Hey.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. Is in Ronkonkoma, New York? That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's grammatically correct, right?
Yeah, we're in Ronkonkoma.
Jimmy and I want to welcome our new sponsor to the M&P family, Good Fucking Wine. And I got to tell you, I recommend it. It's really good.
It is.
And it's called Good Fucking Wine.
Well, it's called what it is.
And we're trying not to curse, but I mean, that's the name of the wine.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, business is business. It's good fucking wine.
And Jimmy and I feel very lucky to have so many great sponsors and fans. And Jimmy and I just want to thank you all for what you do for us on a daily and regular basis.
Absolutely.
Right, Jimmy?
Absolutely. Thank you, folks.
All right, a little wrestling talk. You ready?
Sure. Fire away.
Your main man, Kevin Owens, reportedly communicated to the company that he would not be at the Raw taping on Monday due to a positive COVID-19 test by a developmental trainee who was revealed Monday night. So he wasn't on Monday night show because of that.
Somebody tested positive in the developmental, huh? Wow. Oh, boy.
Does that seem like a shock, though? Florida is a hotbed.
It is again, right? Is it spiked again?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I can't blame Kevin. Can you blame Kevin? I know he's my boy, but I don't blame him.
So let me ask you this question. So these wrestling experts out there, right? What? They still
Them again?
Well,
Come
we
on,
have wrestlers here all the time. Most waver on the point that they don't waver that, hey, look, you make your money, you keep your money, you make your life. Sonny Beach was here last week.
Right.
Said, hey, look, he was smart enough to make his money, keep his money, open a business.
He sure
right?
was.
So,
He sure was.
You got all these people that go, well, if they had more of a voice as a wrestler, at 20 years old, they're willing to sign anything. Oh, my God, I just want to be a pro wrestler. I'm going to sign anything. I don't care, and whatever the rules are. This is a different world.
Right.
Kevin Owens flat out said, I'm not going.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Right? Is he getting
I don't
fired?
think so. No, he shouldn't.
He's not.
I don't think he should. I don't even think he should be in trouble for it.
So this whole thing that these guys don't have a voice,
of course they have a
to
voice.
me, I call BS.
Of course they have a
Even
voice.
the older guys. Yeah, you might have got blackballed. I don't know.
Dude, Roman's home raising his newborn. Everybody thought it was just because he has the leukemia condition. He's got a kid right now. Vince is like, okay, it's critical time. Go do what you got to do. Wow, what a beast. What a jerk.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
I can't anymore with this.
And a guy who works himself to death and put his
Right.
job before his family
Right.
is letting someone put their family before
And by
their
the way,
job.
kudos to Sonny Beach, who was never afforded a Scott Hall payday main event in front of 90,000 people. How smart is that man? Where has that man lived? That man's a smart man.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And is it
Testify.
Is it Vince's fault that not everybody is as smart as Sonny Beach? No. Next.
All right.
So I'm good for KO. It is what it is.
No, you're right.
And
you know what? He's making a stand.
And you know what?
And he's
though,
not
too?
getting fired for it.
And you know what?
Hey, guess what? They do have a voice.
And you know what?
wrestling
It
expert.
also means that Vince McMahon values one of the hardest workers on his company's weekly basis, Kevin Owens. He values him, too.
There you go.
Obviously, he would have been like, no, you steaming pile of ragdo. Get back here and do what I said, because I'm a totalitarian. No. I get you, Kevin. We'll wait till this thing clears up and you come back, because you give me some of the best matches I've had in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Let me ask you this.
On my
we didn't cover this.
program.
We've had a lot of guests on. What's your thoughts on Sami Zayn?
What's up with Sammy? What's
So
going
Sammy just not coming back to the States, doesn't care.
Okay.
Intercontinental title goes
Okay.
up for tournament, whatever.
Okay.
But that's, work.
This is what I know, at least from behind the scenes, as far as Sammy goes.
Go ahead.
We've never met Sammy. I actually like Sammy as far as a wrestler, and I think he's got very good mic skills.
Right.
So I think he did a good job as the manager and all this stuff. But here's a reality that I couldn't shake. Jim Cornette recently spoke about Sami Zayn.
Right.
And I do trust Jim Cornette's opinion. Oh, sure, sometimes he can be slanted, but you know what? This guy's a genius, and he's been behind the scenes more than most of us ever will, especially the wrestling experts.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yep.
Jim Cornette said Sami Zayn is a huge, giant pain in the ass behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So if Sami Zayn's being a pain in the ass, then whatever, man. I mean, I wouldn't treat him the same way I would Kevin Owens. I'll tell you that.
I'm not a big fan of Sami
I know you're
Zayn.
not
You
a
know
big
as
fan
well,
of Sami
you know.
Zayn.
I
I'm
think
not sure what
guy's
Sammy's
overrated.
What are Sammy's particulars? Does he have anything in particular? Or he just isn't comfortable with the whole COVID thing? That may be one thing. That's fair. But I don't know what else he bitches about. But according to Jim Cornette, he bitches like crazy behind the scenes. He's a pain in the ass.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
And you know what? He does nothing for the company.
I don't think he's putting any extra fannies in the seats, if that's what you're saying.
Again, I'm not going to go see Sami Zayn in the
Right.
main event. Be honest with you,
Right.
I'm not going to go see Kevin Owens in the main event.
I mean,
either,
hell,
but that's-
Moxley's Cena compared to Sami Zayn. What are we talking here?
Well, speaking of AEW, I don't know if you
What
caught
are we
this, but
talking here?
Ricky Starks jumped ship
Yes.
from the NWA to AEW.
I was surprised. Because we watched some NWA.
Yeah.
So when I saw him, I was like, wow, this kid made the big jump. And got a title shot.
Here lies the problem with NWA,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
People there, when they don't have work, they go do their little tour.
Right.
And then they,
They go
as these
somewhere
companies
else.
grow, they're going to go.
Right.
So,
NWA can't keep them. Yeah, they
No,
can't keep them.
you can't.
They can't afford it. They're just too small a train, which is sad. They have great history.
What are your thoughts on Ricky Starks, though? To me, another small guy, very talented,
Right.
but yet another very small guy.
Does nothing for me at the given moment. I do think he's athletically outstanding, and that was a good match. I enjoyed the match. I'm not sure where his character is going to go. I don't even know how much of a character he is. We'll see. It's tough to say. It's a nice debut, I'll tell you that. I mean, they're trying to do right by him. I mean, coming from NWA, gets to fight Cody right off the bat. It
was a good match.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Gotta
What's his
tell you,
upside?
on Wednesdays,
Who
I'm
knows?
kind of, I know NXT.
Am I a fan? Not necessarily.
NXT's been putting up a little bit of a battle.
Yeah.
Not a little bit. They've actually been winning some of the battles.
here and there.
I'm
It
more
goes back
drawn
and
to
forth.
AEW on Wednesday nights. I don't know why. It seems like a better product to me.
I think that the main characters are a little more engaging in some ways. I'm talking about
Even more than
Jericho.
Karrion Kross, who I'm a big fan of.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, nobody is more engaging than Jericho.
Sure.
I'm sorry. They have Jericho. If you take Jericho off that program, that's a major, major hit. I do like Cody, though. I do.
Yeah.
I think Cody's awesome.
I'm not a big Cody guy either.
I like Kenny Omega. Sorry, Jim Cornette. I'm sorry. I do like Kenny Omega. And they have a few other things over there. I mean, how about Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho?
Oh, please. You know who I can't stand?
Orange Cassidy.
Butcher
is
and the
huge.
Blade. They suck.
Yeah, what's that?
I hate them.
What
man.
is that?
They suck,
anyway?
dude.
Yeah, I'm not. No, that doesn't.
And you know what
work
I'm
for
tired
me.
of? I'm tired of people, these wrestling experts, tearing apart Billy Kay from the
Kay.
Iconics. Okay? Stop it already.
Well, what are they?
When
tearing
you're
apart?
sitting there cheering,
Because I have an interesting take.
well,
on Billie
a
Kay.
lot of these experts are saying that, you know what, she doesn't have the training. You could clearly see that she's not main roster caliber. She should be in the training center.
Interesting.
And she's living off her mic skills, which aren't that good to begin with.
That's not true. She's incredibly irritating, and she's no Charlotte Flair, but she's very effectively irritating, and that's her role. So I think she's quite effective at being what she's being asked to do so far. As far as her in-ring stuff, maybe this is where you go, Pharaoh, but I don't. I do think that she's not so great in the ring. That's my opinion.
Okay, it doesn't take
But I won't turn around and be like, "Oh, get the hell off the TV."
Oh, but Butcher and the Blade are so good.
Oh, please, of course.
I mean, how bad are those guys?
Of course not. I
they can't even take a clothesline. I mean, I was watching them yesterday. I'm like, this is the worst crap I've ever seen.
I totally get it.
It's 10 times worse than the Iconics.
What the wrestling experts or / nerds who will never understand this, the Iconics are an excellent team because they are irritating. That's their job.
Right.
They're there to annoy you.
And they're good on the eyes.
They're
good on the eyes.
Absolutely. And they're just like, it's like almost like the Miz deal. The Miz is there to annoy you. And he's very good at it. That's what some of these guys are there for. That's what some of these characters are there for. I agree, though, she's not the best in ring. But I still like the Iconics. And her partner is fantastic.
And, you know, I think they deserve
Peyton,
a push.
Big fan. Can we get Peyton on the show?
Maybe. Might be coming.
Big fan.
So, Punk or no Punk, buddy? WWE superstar AJ Styles has responded to CM Punk after the former WWE superstar called Styles out for his silence amid the nationwide fallout from the killing of George Floyd. Again, we're not trying to get political, but I think this is important to cover.
No thanks.
What are your thoughts?
Well, let's get to AJ's response, and then I'll respond to you. AJ said that I will not react at all coming from a guy like that I don't respect anyway. It doesn't really matter. Look, my job as a performer is to perform and get the mind off all things that have happened throughout the world. I'm not going to react to people saying ridiculous and stupid things. Number one, good for AJ. Okay? That was a perfect statement. Okay?
Sure.
It was a perfect statement. Number two, it is none of CM Punk or anyone else's business what AJ Styles thinks about stuff like this if he chooses not to say something. I thought that we all have a right to not have to address every last turned over table in the room. So I'm a little, and you know how much I love Punk,
Right.
I'm a little irritated at Punk. Who made you the moral god of the world that you got to call out AJ? What did AJ do? AJ's minding his own business. And I'm a huge Punk fan, but you know what?
Who are you siding with on this one?
I side with AJ. What's he starting with
So
Punk
is
for?
Punk just trying to keep himself relevant? Is he trying to do a work? I mean, what's your point?
Wow, do you think this is a work? That would be nice. Are they going to fight each
Who
other?
knows? I have no
Cool.
idea.
You know, I mean, I don't know why Punk.
Why
needs
would
to-
you call out someone in your family, it's basic family, right, and try to embarrass them over this political problem
Right.
that's happening right
Right.
now?
Well, maybe-
Why would you put someone on the spot?
Maybe
for
there'll
that?
be a match then. Maybe that's all this is. But if it is, boy, oh boy, that's a stupid way.
It's
to
a
play
stupid
things.
angle.
What the hell are you doing?
I think it's a stupid.
Yeah,
if
that's
if it's a
totally
work,
stupid.
it's a stupid
That's
angle.
a stupid work. It's a reckless work too, is what it is.
Have you lost respect for Punk?
No, I'm not going to ever lose respect for Punk. He's outspoken. I mean,
At what point do you lose respect
But
for
if I'm
people?
hanging out with, not over that. If I'm hanging out with Punk, like let's say like we were hanging out, I would be like, bro, why you, dude? Like I would give you or any of my friends advice if I was hanging with Punk. I'd be like, that was unnecessary. Why are you even looking for trouble with AJ?
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
Why are you stirring the soup? You know, is Punk trying to stay relevant? How about them apples? I don't know.
Well, he got his ass kicked in the MMA.
I
But
know,
anyway,
I know how you feel about that.
With that, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
do 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 do.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monte and Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. Jimmy,
Glad.
you know that I try to listen to all these podcasts and broadcasts. I
Yeah,
just
I
try
know.
to like measure up and see what's going on.
I don't
And
know why, but
I know
yeah.
I know you're not a big fan of it. You know.
Nope.
But it does bring us to our favorites, my favorite segment, the most annoying pro
I'm gonna
wrestling
Ralph.
expert. All right, Jimmy, as everybody knows, the idea behind the most annoying pro wrestling expert is to read the comments about, for whatever they have to say, and for you, or if there's a guest, to weigh in.
Say it. I have to.
So, I won't name the show that was my target this week, but
Can I smoke during this segment? This segment annoys me.
no smoking. It's
I know there's no smoking in his studio.
To protect the innocent, the name of the show was called Wrestling with the Future.
What? That's not protecting the innocent.
Is that the name of the show?
I don't know, but that's not protecting the name of the innocent.
Well, I was trying to make up a name.
That's not protecting anything. Is that the name of it? I don't know.
So anyway,
go on.
I put this show on, Jimmy, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And, in this time of COVID,
yeah,
people do their little Zoom videos or whatever else they do.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
And they're actually interviewing Sam Houston. Remember Sam Houston
Sure.
from the old days?
Yeah.
What was your opinion on Sam Houston, by the way?
I don't have much of an opinion on Sam Houston.
What does that mean?
That means that I think I saw him on Facebook and he had become some kind of born-again something or other, and I don't even know what his deal was. But
how about as a wrestler? I'm not asking about it, but his real life now. Like, what did you think of him as a wrestler? Do you remember him in the NWA days?
Yeah.
Georgia Championship
No, I
wrestling?
do. No, I do. I do.
I remember I used to think eat a sandwich.
I would think get 3 or 4 number 7 combos with a pastrami on rye.
Remember when he came to the WWE?
Was that the time that Rods and Estrada pounded him into the pavement?
I think it was, no. But I remember he used to do like a 2-step. Anyway.
A 2-step? Oh, well, that's that.
Anyway,
what a gimmick.
They have Sam Houston on the show, so it's a good start, right?
All right, yeah, sure.
Right? Guys talk or whatever.
Sure.
They got this dude in the corner, and the guy doesn't even know how to put the camera on his face.
I don't watch.
And I lost the whole idea of the show because you can't focus. It's like you got 3 faces
Okay.
and a guy that can't put a camera on.
If I do something like this.
Yes. Right, exactly. Exactly.
Not really, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I didn't see this program, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because
Well, there was nothing to see because the guy's head was out of it.
Nothing to see.
So,
Oh boy.
Anyway, I don't mean to attack the show, but to the most annoying wrestling fans, these 3 guys that run this show, or 4 guys, I don't know who the 4 guys are. I know one guy. Up your production.
Okay.
Up your production,
Okay.
please. Okay?
All right. Is there something wrong with giving advice? You're giving advice.
I'm giving advice.
You're just giving
from one show to another.
From one show to another.
Up your production.
Now, hold on a second. We're a TV show.
Yes.
So is this from one show to another, or what are we talking about
It's from
here?
a show that's
you
way
better
up
show me this
here.
afterwards.
Show that's way up here to a show that's way
I don't even know who you
down here.
Okay.
So advice from the upper guys to the lower guys.
Okay, yeah, the upper room. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, all right, that's fair
So
enough.
put your head on the chat. Listen, whoever owns that show, do me a favor and fire the guy who can't get the camera on his head. Because if you can't work the bait, listen, if you can't put a camera on your face, give it up.
I don't even know.
Go back to flipping hamburgers.
Why do you watch this stuff?
This is what I do.
I don't even. Oh, you got to show me
I start
this.
work
I
early
need
in the
to see
morning.
this.
But here's an interesting fact. I do want you to weigh in because this is a serious conversation. Matt, if you want to weigh on this too, because I'm not trying to get religious here, but it's called Wrestling with the Future.
Okay.
And the lead host is a psychic.
Oh.
And Pharaoh, I know your opinion on psychics, so I'd like you to weigh in on psychics,
You
please.
really want me to weigh in on psychics?
Yes, please.
All right, here's
Thank
the
you.
deal. As far as psychics go, listen, everybody's got a right to believe what they want. I just consider psychics to be tampering. You're tampering with stuff that you're not supposed to tamper with. Now, if you are a religious person, you've been taught in that thing called church that you go to.
Yes.
You've been taught to
I go
not-
often, by the way.
Yes, you do. You are taught not to tamper with those who have passed to the other side. Okay, so if you're a religious person who, goes to church or whatever, this is not a good thing to begin with. If you're not a religious person and you find the whole thing to be just an absolute joke, and it's fair to have either side, by the way, because I'm right here, It's a fraud. It's a fraud to me. I think that it's an absolute fraud, and I've got friends who went to see psychics, and they said.
And by the way, it's not a shot at psychics. It's your opinion,
No,
right?
it's my opinion. If you want to get all pissy about it, go ahead, and But if you're a true psychic, you would have known that I was going to bash it before you tuned in. Now, wouldn't you?
That's a great point.
So, the next time I have a stranger tell me that they've talked to my father in the last, whatever years, I got something for you. Hold on. What do I got here? I got this, okay? Because you're a delusional fraud, money-taking thief, okay?
Oof.
You hold no more power than the guy who served me a big bite at 7-Eleven, all right? Anyway.
Oh my
and no,
God.
this is not a direct message to 1 or 2 or 3. This is how I feel about it. And you knew
If you were psychic, you knew what
Yeah.
the Pharaoh was going to say.
Yeah, you
With
knew-
that, we're going to take a commercial break.
Yeah, and you knew we were going to go to a break, too. Bye.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. I want to say I'm sorry.
I knew you were going to say that.
You did. You're psychic. Wow, we're still on that.
Can you feel it? It's all over the room. Ooh.
I want to say,
Oy.
Randy Orton, I'm sorry for my years of wishing bad things on you.
Oh, you
because
finally came around.
the punt heard around the world
finally
as
came
Randy Orton takes out Christian, and this guy is doing some of the
man?
finest wrestling work
the man?
I've seen in a long time.
Who's the machine?
You tell me, brother.
Who's the machine?
You tell me.
How many years has this machine been rolling and rolling and rolling? And to my glee and delight, making his haters miserable! I love it. I love it. Randy Orton has been awesome, especially lately. By the way, that was killer. You made me do this. I didn't want to do this to you. Get his head. Hold his head. You asked for this. That was unbelievable. Hey.
What do you think about the nut shot by Flair
Oh, I
to
love
Christian?
that.
So what's behind that, though? What are you thinking?
Well, what's that? You know, at some point you're going to see.
Is it
some-
evolution?
I don't
What do you think the
know.
plan is?
Who knows what the plan is? I like shock. That was great when Flair did that. Did you see that coming, that Flair was going to do that?
No, I did not.
I thought that was awesome.
But
And by the way, last week, did I or did I not say Ric Flair would get back in the ring in a minute?
yes, you did.
There he is!
He'll find a
Woo!
way. He'll find a way.
Of course he will. He's still great, too.
So, but okay, so
Oh my
Flair
God, that
helps
guy.
Orton. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Flair helps Orton.
Right.
But the
always
rumors
been
are
aligned
for
for the most-
SummerSlam, the WWE is going to put their toes in the pool,
Okay?
and they're going to have Charlotte Flair
Okay.
wrestle Randy Orton.
Hate it. Hate it. What's the purpose of that one?
I don't know. Tell me.
Really, dude? Do I really have to break this down?
Break it down.
Okay,
Break it
fine.
down.
Fine. Let's say we're hanging out at the beach, right? And there's a skirmish, right? And there's Charlotte Flair, and she decides she's going to rough up some chick in a bathing suit. Randy Orton walks over. Hey, that's my girlfriend. You're going to tell me Charlotte Flair's turning around and giving him a chop to the chest? How long do you think that fight's going to last after that chop to the chest? Seriously, how long? How long before Randy Orton tell you? Ugh, I don't even want to get into this. I mean,
All right, so let's back it up. We've had recently a lot of these intergender matches.
I don't know, man.
What did you feel? Let's go back further.
I'm sure Charlotte could kick Sami
But
Zayn's
hold on,
ass.
Double J wrestled China. Did you have a problem with that?
You know what? I guess it does. I guess it depends on the person and the
Okay, but,
matchup.
all right.
Very interesting.
So you had
Mike.
your
Now
man
you got me
Jericho
thinking.
against
Does
China.
Charlotte versus Randy do anything for
Well,
you?
let
I
me
got to
ask you
think
this.
about this now.
In comparison,
Yeah.
did China have more street cred with you than Charlotte Flair?
Yes, as far as a fist fight, like who would I rather not meet in a dark alley as a dude? I'd rather not meet China.
I kind of agree with you.
Okay.
I love Charlotte Flair.
And wasn't
but
it-
Charlotte Flair, China,
And you know what's funny?
looking like a man.
You always debate with me whether Jericho did the right thing.
All
Putting
the
China
time.
over. I feel he did. Even then, I felt he did. China was a rare exception to the rule. China, you felt, could go in there and take out half the men, no problem. I don't feel that way about Charlotte. Should I?
So
Did
you
I
got,
miss something?
So you got Randy Orton, 6'4",
Maybe I should. Maybe I missed
6'5", whatever he
He's
is, right?
huge.
He's
He's
huge.
built like a statue.
It's
He's-
not believable. As
I don't think
great
it
as
is.
Charlotte is,
And she's awesome.
it's not believable.
In Randy's case, no. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
But then
I
again,
guess that's what
throwing
I'm getting
people off
at.
the top of a building and they come back the next week and they're
Hysteria.
okay. It doesn't
Shouldn't
really matter.
Dominic be burying Ray? Instead, it's like, Ray's like, oh, go get him, kid, go get him. It's, wait a minute, you're dead. You got thrown off a building.
AJ Styles is buried in a grave
Yeah,
for
he
a
came
week.
back too.
Came back.
I love it.
So
man.
really, does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
So
wait a
with
minute.
that
What, Charlotte's
premise-
going to give him the pile driver and pin him?
Well,
Because it doesn't matter?
Under that premise,
This is awful.
Under that premise, does it matter?
You know what? It'll probably be a great match, though, knowing those two.
Do you think
They're
Charlotte
gonna, if
can
they
hang
do
in
it,
there?
they'll find a way to make it competitive. Of course they're going to. Randy's not going to RKO her and beat her. Will he? That would be funny. The big build-up, and then he just hits it with the RKO.
Dude, I got to be
over.
honest with you. They got to do something like have him attack Rick and beat up Rick or something. I don't know.
He already did that.
I know.
That was
I
in the
know.
past.
I know. It's
you
been
can't
done
do that.
already.
Yeah, you can't do
Weep
that.
wop.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
When do you think live crowds are coming back?
I don't know, but the sooner the better. You know, it doesn't feel totally real.
Is there
right
is
now,
there
man.
irreparable damage to pro wrestling from all that's gone on?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that as society slowly, hopefully, eeps back into normalcy, that we'll all go back to the things we love.
And then you're just like, okay, all this never happened. The
No,
whole...
it won't be that, but I bet you people will find a way to make it out like all this never happened and hit the bar. That's it.
Well, I don't mean
We're
in life, but
survivors.
I'm
It's just
saying
by instinct.
in the
It's
wrestling
like-
world, will like
Yeah.
all this COVID thing, like, all right, forget all these things that happened,
Right.
Because we just have to wipe it out of the annals of history, like we do everything else, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, and it's weird too. Like the reaction of these limited crowds now. Like, will those work when there's full crowds? You know, like sometimes I feel like, well, isn't the crowd part wrestlers, and now they're just starting to let in a few fans?
Yeah.
Right now.
Right.
So I almost feel like the responses of the wrestlers themselves are coming from Vince. Cheer now!
Well, you're right.
You know, and that ain't gonna happen with a live crowd. They're gonna be like CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. You know what I mean? So I wonder with what they're trying to push is over now, if it will be over once the regular crowds are in. They're gonna be like, yeah, you were trying to sell that. No, you know, I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully, we will find out because that will mean we got back to normal.
They're already saying no football this year. It looks like there's no football.
What are you talking about? That's not gonna happen.
That's what Fauci said.
Fauci?
Yeah, Dr. Fauci.
Who's Fauci?
Dr. Fauci.
Oh yeah, that guy.
You know that guy.
Oh yeah, I live for his next word.
All right, well,
Oy,
your
whatever.
man, Boy Heyman, you're fired.
Why is it always my boy when bad?
Well,
things
because you were
happen?
like, hey, Heyman's taking over Raw. Life's good. You're fired.
Well, it's just all it does is prove what I've always said before. Vince
that?
runs everything.
Vinnie Mac runs the show.
Dude, Paul Heyman was never in charge of anything. He was never.
So
in
he didn't
charge
have a
of-
fair chance?
I think that everything goes through Vince. That's what I think. What's a fair
So
chance
wait a minute.
in
So
Vince McMahon's world?
okay, I'm not attacking Heyman, but
pushes you, he
the
pushes
whole
you.
lesbian angle that got dumped in a week. Vince stopped that because that was a Heyman. You know
Yeah.
that was a Heyman.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Vince pulls lots of plugs and changes his mind a lot now.
And says, forget it,
And
Paul.
current day Vince, yeah. We've got, again, I hate to use the George Steinbrenner analogy, but when George got older, which Vince is now at that stage, George handed the reins over to people who could still make the train run smoothly. I think what we've got right now is Vince McMahon is an old George Steinbrenner, and no one's keeping it contained. It's got to, you know, I think a lot of his ideas are kind of fucked up nowadays, but that's all right.
Do you feel bad for Paul?
He still hits a lot of home runs in my mind, so do I feel... No, I don't feel... Why would I feel bad for Paul Heyman? Oh, now I gotta go home and eat filet mignon. Rats! I don't fucking feel bad for Paul Heyman.
But I gotta buy my own health insurance.
Oh, please. Sunny Beach. Quit crying.
All right, with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to have the reveal.
Finally?
Finally.
It's about damn time. Be right back.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh. Seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. As discussed earlier, Jimmy, by the way, thanks for making me laugh. I needed a laugh today, I got to tell
you're
you.
welcome. I tried.
That psychic comment was...
Sorry about that.
That was one of the best
You know, I
comments
knew you were
ever
going to
heard.
thank me, though, right now, but that's cool, you know. And that beer you're going to get me after work, thanks, bro. Thank you. Cool. Nice.
June 25th, we've got Hall of Famer Tito Santana in studio, as we covered before. Arriba. What do you think, in your opinion, was Tito's greatest feud?
Ooh. Well, I'll always go back to his feud with Valentine, but that's me. You know, Tito had a couple of great feuds in his run. Tito was also, Tito, I have a lot of memories of Tito. Tito at first was a tag team champion with Putski, and then he went into his solo career, and then the Intercontinental runs and everything like that. Tino was Pedro Part 2.
That you hit it. I was thinking the same
It was
thing.
Pedro Part 2.
It was Pedro Part 2.
I mean, we waited for Pedro to get the hell out of our way, and then along comes Tito.
Yeah,
And we
ruining
called
it
Tito
for
out when he was
everybody.
here too. I'm like, where you fit in?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Wreck and
Yeah.
wrestle. Yeah, but what a great wrestler, though. Again, when I go back and I watch his matches, they hold up so well because he was such a fluid wrestler and full of energy, and he got passionate responses from the crowd. Where is that today? I mean, right now there's no crowd, but before there was a crowd.
Sure.
Where is that today?
Well,
He could be wrestling no one special. It could just be his regular match during the
we
week.
keep saying it. They're not building the characters anymore. They're
No.
building the WWE.
Right. Hey, how about Lashley one and done? I'm angry about that.
Why?
Because I thought the best way to end that Lashley McIntyre match would have been with a double DQ, a double countout, and let them both maintain their status on the card. I feel like Lashley went down. And I don't understand why, because I keep telling you I want to see Lashley versus Lesnar.
I think
This
think
didn't
you have
help
to close.
Lashley's baseball
You have to
card.
close the Lana storyline.
Okay.
I mean, that's responsible writing. And I give Bruce Pritchard a lot of credit for that. Let's close that door.
Right.
Let's finish up the storyline so we get it.
So he's not damaged because Lana lost him the match. Is that how we're
That's
supposed
what
to?
that's the way we're
okay,
looking
fine.
at it.
I saw it as damaged. I saw it.
I
as
understand that point.
What if she got him disqualified at least or something like that? He has to be pinned. I want him to fight Lesnar. How can I take it seriously when he gets in the ring with Lesnar if McIntyre's already kicked his head off?
Well, because
I guess
think,
we're never gonna
I
get
think
Lashley
you got
versus
MVP
Lesnar.
who's turning out to be a great
he is.
A great mouthpiece
Yes,
for a
he
lot
is.
of these
'Cause
guys.
he could
right?
always talk, man.
And what do you think about him trying to get Apollo Crews to
I
come
love
over?
it. Oh, I love it. Please, Apollo. Please, Apollo.
It's good stuff.
Get snarly and gnarly and let that man talk for you because finally Apollo Crews
So,
will be where he could be.
Do
or
we give
should
Bruce
be.
Pritchard credit for this, or is this a Paul Heyman credit and Bruce Pritchard walking into it?
I want to give Bruce Pritchard credit for this.
Wow.
I do. I also.
I'm a big Bruce Pritchard fan, by the way.
Me too. And I also want to say that at some point Bruce will probably have to deal with Vince changing what Bruce wants done. And eventually Bruce will be gone. And we'll have to deal with the next person.
All right, Pharaoh.
I hope he listens to Bruce for a while.
So we already said on Tito Santana's in on the 25th.
Right.
And
we
then
got
on
Eric.
the 27th, we've got Eric Sims, Super Agent, coming in at 2 p.m.
That's right.
And now we're going to reveal, which you don't even know, and I'm going to ask you to weigh in.
You've been annoying me all week.
We're going to reveal who the special guest is.
right.
Matt, if you want to throw it up, let the fans know who will be here live in studio at 3 o'clock.
I can't see it. The fans are going to see it before the Pharaoh? Oh, that's
The
great. I can't
original
see it.
diva,
What?
Sonny,
No way.
will be in studio on Long Island's
No.
#1 pro wrestling broadcast. And we've got a lot to talk about. What are you thinking about
kidding.
Sonny being in studio, my friend?
Wow. Okay. WWE Hall of Famer. My opinion, the most cutting edge and the first of the truly great divas, right? I mean, isn't she the template?
She is the
She's
template.
She's the template. An absolute lightning rod. She says what she wants. You know, she's very Monte and the Pharaoh, isn't she?
She is.
She is.
She is.
This is going to be fan-freaking-tastic.
We have an opportunity. Sonny's had some problems in her past, right? She just got out of
Okay.
jail a couple months ago, I think in February.
Okay.
She's had some things she's said on Twitter that
Okay.
people are unhappy about. The one thing great about Monte and the Pharaoh is we let people speak their minds.
Right.
With respect.
Right.
And maybe we can clean up some of the things
Sure.
that people are offended by.
Sure, let's get to the bottom of it.
We'll get to the bottom
Why
of it.
not? Why not?
And have some fun with
Listen,
wrestling.
I believe that she's a good soul, so you're not gonna, people aren't gonna sway me with the negativity stuff. Let's, when we get to finally meet her, and I'm very psyched about this, we'll get the feel for her ourselves.
She's a Hall of Famer, man.
She's top shelf.
She started this whole
Oh, my
diva
God.
revolution, the original diva.
Listen, on top of it, you know what kind of ECW fan I am, and you know what kind of Candido fan I am.
Yes.
So, Sonny, cannot wait to meet Sonny. Wow.
Favorite moments of Sonny?
Too many. Too many. But I do love the antics, and I do love the flamboyancy and the confidence and the look. She was sexy as hell. Okay, that's the bottom line. That was her job, and she was a lightning rod. And she was magnetic. You don't flip the channel when you saw her. She was everything that is right about pro wrestling from a diva's end. She did everything the way you know on screen. She was the bomb.
She is pro wrestling.
She was the bomb. The best
I'm telling you
she
what, I am so excited for this interview. We might even bump Sims. What do you think?
We're gonna what?
Bump Sims.
Why are you? I wouldn't bump him. He's a big dude. He would probably break my hip.
I'm
not bumping him.
No, but on a serious note,
there's no BS with
we got a lot to talk about, both on Eric's side, right?
Yeah.
The story. But first, we got Tito. We've had Tito in studio before. So much to talk about still. We're going to promote Tito's book.
Yeah.
All right, and maybe we could get some sales on his book.
Yeah.
Then we've got Eric on Saturday.
Okay.
Eric has got stories, Iron Sheik, New
Lord.
Jack.
Oh, my
the guy's
Lord.
had wrestler upon wrestler upon wrestler, right? And he's in this weird world of wrestling.
He sure
And then we
is.
have this icon, Sonny in studio. I mean, fans, you don't want to miss it. Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. You don't want to miss it. I don't even know how much more I could say about it.
Boy, we really don't screw around, do we?
No, not this year. We're not.
You never stop. Oh my God, good for you. Good job, bro.
Want to thank Sunny Beach for coming in last week.
Absolutely. Killer interview. Thank you.
Hope to see him soon. We want to thank all the fans for watching. Monte and the Pharaoh can be seen on YouTube, Facebook Live on the Monte and the Pharaoh page, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Channel 115 every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m.
Nice.
For the early risers on Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6:30. You could also catch us on RTF Sports Network. People go to it. We're on from 10 a.m. on Mondays to 11 a.m. and Friday drive time from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is Mike Monte.
This is the Pharaoh. Until next week with one Hall of Famer after another. Later.